Set.
You know all those stories where the underdog or the rookie beats the odds to cross the finish line in first place, and the whole team comes together and it's really sweet and cheesy and beautiful? Well, this is not one of those stories. This is what happens after. I'm gonna do it.
Do what? Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, this is my moment. Why, you don't think I should?
I think you're really hopped up on adrenaline and might not be thinking clearly. Look, I just don't want you to do something you regret.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I should probably wait.
That's how we do it, ladies. You keep running like that, we'll make nationals no problem. Especially you, Morgan.
I'm gonna do it.
Morgan, wait.
Team's looking a little small this year. Where's everyone else?
Conveniently not here right now.
What's up, cross-country lovers? It's your boy, Carson, from We Bleed XC. I'm here with Morgan Davis. Morgan, how does it feel being a part of the winning female team at today's race and being the individual women's conference champion?
I'm not a woman.
Oops, my ringer was on. Good thing it only lasts 6 seconds, right? Well, Morgan, that was quite the scene you caused earlier.
Does anybody even listen to Carson's podcast?
Normally, no, but your little outburst has gone viral. Is that your way of saying you want to compete on the boys' team? Because between you and me, I don't think you'll be winning any first place medals over there.
No, I'm happy where I am. I just identify as non-binary.
Oh, are you going into coding?
No, not computers. I mean with my gender. Think of gender as being a spectrum, and I fall somewhere in the middle. Sometimes I feel closer to the girl side, sometimes the boy. It's complicated.
I'll say.
Look, I'm sorry for causing a scene earlier. It's just that the only person I'd come out to was my roommate Chloe, and I was tired of treating it like a secret, you know?
Can't say that I do, but I'll take your word for it.
So am I in trouble or something?
No, of course not. We respect the identities and beliefs of all of our students here. We just want to make sure that you're not thinking of making any major changes.
Well, I'm good. Nothing about me has changed, I promise. Although, since I'm here, there is one tiny thing I've been meaning to ask you about.
Yes?
So, I've already gotten my school records changed to reflect my identity, and I was wondering if I could get my athletic records fixed as well.
You want your athletics profile for the women's cross-country team to say that you are non-binary?
Yes.
Let me see what I can do.
Cool.
I can't believe he didn't bite your head off.
Yeah, I mean, he seems super chill. Which is good, because I don't want to make a big deal about it or anything, you know?
Right. No, but seriously, I really thought he was gonna bite your head off.
Yeah.
But if you're happy, I'm happy. I just wonder if it's worth all this, even if it's not gonna happen again.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, how often do people actually use gendered language, or whatever it is you were talking about?
All right, ladies, listen up. As many of you know, Morgan says that she is non-binary. So we gotta respect that. We have to use they, them pronouns when we're talking about her, okay? We're a team. And as a team, it's important that we treat each other with respect. If anyone has a problem with that, you take it up with me. As head coach, it's my job to make sure none of the girls on my team feel uncomfortable.
Shut up. Hey, I just want to say I got your back.
Thanks, Emma. That means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty cool with anything as long as it doesn't interfere with my season, so.
For sure, yeah. Hey, I have a follow-up meeting with Dr. Schultz after practice, so don't wait up.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but is there a light we can turn on or something?
Yeah, of course. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, I brought it up with the board, and we've come to the conclusion that you can use whatever pronouns you want and be whoever you want to be on your own time. But when you're competing for the women's team, especially on a scholarship, your athletic records will have to state that you are a woman. Now, I think that's very fair, don't you?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. No big deal.
Good. I'm glad we could reach an agreement.
So he did bite your head off.
Not exactly, but he basically told me it's not possible.
That sucks, dude. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's gonna interfere with nationals, then it's not worth it, right?
Right. Sorry, I'm really trying to care, but I feel like a rotisserie chicken being slow roasted out here.
Morgan, can you step into my office for a sec?
Yeah.
How you doing, kiddo?
Good, I guess.
Mom and Dad doing all right? Class is going well?
It's good. I mean, I haven't heard from my parents in a bit, but yeah, I think so. Why, what's up?
There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to be direct. Some of the other coaches in the NCAA have raised some questions about your eligibility to compete.
What? Why?
They think that because of your recent statements after yesterday's race, that you only won because of some sort of advantage by not being a woman.
That's ridiculous. Literally nothing about me has changed. I haven't even considered hormone therapy or anything like that for this exact reason.
Look, I'm on your side. But as your coach, I can't really be the one defending you. They're just going to say I'm in on it too.
I just don't get why they care so much. I'm not trying to make this a whole big thing, you know?
I hear you. Listen, a couple of coaches have been asked to take a drug test in order to remain eligible to compete.
You serious?
Now we can fight it. It's going to be a lot of work, dragging your name through the mud. You want my advice? Take the damn thing and pass it so they have to shut up.
Okay, what do I have to do?
It's a blood test.
Getting my blood drawn this close to the race is gonna mess up my performance statistics.
Yeah, about that. With the recent controversy, I think it's probably best that you sit this one out. I know, I'm sorry, but the team will still qualify without you, and you'll have an extra week to rest your legs before regions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
What was that about?
Don't worry about it. All right, listen up. We have a lot to do today.
Coach, can we please take our shirts off? It's like 1,000,000 degrees out.
I'm sorry, but you know that since you represent the university, we can't do anything that might be considered provocative.
Hey, Mommy. Nice double A's. She's gonna do Power My TV remote?
Yeah, you know Jason Statham? Yeah, he was like that, but like with like way bigger pecs and a huge ass.
Excuse me?
But like I'm straight. I never thought No, I know. Yeah, name was Matthew. All right, yeah, no, I'll talk to you later. Okay, cool.
Yes. Hi, I'm here for a blood test. Kind of in a hurry.
Okay, what's the name?
Morgan Davis?
Can you say that again?
Morgan. Morgan.
Morgan, okay.
Morgan.
Sorry. It's like, I don't hear that one every day.
Okay. Davis?
Davis. David?
Davis. Davis.
All right. Yeah, you can sit over there.
Just.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Morgan Davis? Okay, Miss Davis, you're here for a drug test.
Yeah. Also, you can just call me Morgan.
Okay, Miss Davis, I need you to fill both of these up. Well, go on.
I'm gonna need you to fill out some forms.
Can I please go back to practice now?
No. The first test came back negative, but we want to do another just to be sure. Well, go on.
But I already passed the test.
First results can be inconclusive.
But you just said.
I know what I just said, but we don't want to ruin the reputation of this school with a false negative.
Can't just retest the samples I already took?
It could be 2 different results.
I've been in here the whole time. I literally couldn't have done anything.
Go.
Hey, Mormon. Can you come here for a second? Can you fill out these forms for me? Thank you, please.
If you don't mind, Miss Davis,
Morgan.
there are a few other tests I'd like to do.
What even is there left to do?
We've done blood and urine tests, but now we can do hair, sweat, saliva, and breath. I want to be thorough about this and eliminate any possibility of there being drugs in your system. Hey, don't take that attitude with me, young lady. You did this to yourself. Now, hold still.
Well, look who decided to show up. It's not my fault I had to jump through a bunch of hoops because other people don't know what they're talking about.
What are you talking about?
It's bad enough I can't get my records changed, but now I have to do some dumb drug test because apparently using different pronouns means I'm doping.
Are you serious? That's messed up.
Yeah, I know, right? And the worst part of it is
Not for you, for us. When one person on the team starts getting tested, the likelihood of them testing the rest of us goes up. I don't want to deal with that.
well, apparently unless you come out as non-binary, you won't have to.
Well, are you still good to compete next week?
I'm not allowed to because I caused a controversy.
Are they talking about what happened in Carson's podcast? Does anyone even pay attention to that thing?
That's what I said. It's probably because you wanted to get all your records changed. You guys talk a lot louder than you think you do. Look, it's just a stupid formality. Let the records say you're a woman. It doesn't mean anything.
It means something to me. Look, it's just districts. You guys can qualify in your sleep. You don't need me.
Yeah, but what if you keep making this a big deal? What if you can't compete at regionals? The team needs you, Morgan. It's my senior year, please.
Isn't there anything you can do?
Sorry, but rules are rules. My hands are tied.
But it's not fair because the rules don't apply the same to everybody. Would you just let it go?
Well, no. No, they have a point. Why do the guys get to take their shirts off at practice, but we can't? Seriously, why is my belly button somehow more provocative than Carson's? And why do we have to wear skin-tight uniforms, but they don't have to? They say it's to reduce drag, but if it was really an issue, the guys would be wearing spandex too. And why do they get to be the dukes, but we have to be the lady dukes? I mean, first of all, the term is duchess. Why do guys get to be the default? Why can't we all just be the dukes? Seriously, why is nobody talking about this?
Oh my god. We wouldn't have even been able to compete in sports back in Coach Walker's day.
How old do you think I am?
We shouldn't stir the pot when there are so many bigger issues out there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the principle, though. If stirring the pot means making things better for us in the future, then that's exactly what we should be doing.
So wait a minute. That makes sense too.
That's easy for you to say. You still have 2 more years after this. So if this season's a bust, oh well. But this is it for me. I didn't work my ass off for 3 years just so you could come in here and ruin it. Look, sorry, Emma, but this is really important to me. Not everything's about you, Morgan. How can you be so selfish?
All right, girls, that's enough. Everyone go home. No sense in discussing this when emotions are running so high. Morgan, go do a long run for today's workout.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What's up, cross-country nation? More miles, more smiles, am I right? Anyways, I've been reading up on the issue, and a lot of non-binary women cut their tits off. And I have to say, it's an act of unnatural performance enhancement. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm sure someone would run a hell of a lot faster if they had a pair of double A's than some big-ass melons. You know what I mean? It's nothing against women or pronoun-using people, but I know for sure that I'd run a hell of a lot slower if I had a pair of dumbbells strapped to my chest that I had to lug around. What's to stop every other girl from saying they identify as non-binary so that they can cut off the parts that hinder their performance and take a shot of testosterone before every race? I'm not transphobic. I'm just saying this issue is a slippery slope, and the entire integrity of cross-country is on the line here. Someone's gotta say it.
Shut up.
Morgan?
Yes?
It's Matthew. From freshman bio with Dr. Kelly.
Matthew, right. It's been a minute. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, I was building a robot for class. I dropped my robot on the way out though, and it broke. So I can't go to nationals.
I'm so sorry. That's awful. I can't imagine not being able to go to nationals. That must suck.
It does. This is pretty awkward, but I had the biggest crush on you in that class.
Really?
Yeah. But I was like, there's no way that a girl like that would go out with a guy like me. So I didn't ask you out, but I guess this is me asking you out.
Cool. Yeah, no, I would love that. I had a crush on you too.
Yeah.
Oh, and I use they, them pronouns, by the way, so you know, not a girl. So, are you free this weekend?
Ring ring. Oh, I think ring ring. Oh, I think. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to take this.
I don't think that.
I have to. Oh, I'll call you. This phone call's real.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matthew.
Hello.
Matt,
Hello.
you know my number, Matthew.
Tough luck. You know, dating can be hard, even for a guy like me. But I just want you to know, even before the whole gender change, I've never seen you as a girl.
Thank you.
I wasn't complimenting you.
Why the long face?
What?
Look up. 2 o'clock.
What are you guys doing here?
We're only an hour away. You act like we can't surprise you. Now, how's my little girl doing?
Oh my god, I needed this.
You know, if that Coach Walker is playing favorites, I'm gonna have to have a word with your school.
It's fine, Mom.
No, it's not fine. You've been taken out of the race for no justifiable reason. This is the kind of crap I had to deal with back in my day. Successful and ambitious women should be treated better now.
Just drop it. It's fine. I'm sorry. It's just that a lot has been happening recently that you guys don't know about.
Well, then talk to us, sweetheart. You've been so distant recently. What's going on?
Chloe, you must know something about what's going on. And if our own daughter is not gonna tell us, you will, right?
Mm-hmm. I totally would. But
Oh, leave the poor girl alone, dear.
no, yeah, sorry, I totally would. I just have a lot of homework.
Can we sit down, please?
Everything okay?
Yeah. I mean, no, not really. The reason I didn't compete last race is because there's become a bit of a conflict of interest, I guess you could say.
Hey, if you're struggling with classes, that's okay. College is hard, and you're a student athlete, not an athlete student.
No, it's not that.
What is it then? Boy trouble?
God, no, definitely not that either. I'm non-binary.
Oh.
I don't get it.
I don't know how to explain it exactly. Growing up, I always hated being called a tomboy, but I also knew I didn't want to be a boy either. I guess I just felt sort of lost and like there was something wrong with me. But then I got here and I finally found the language to describe how I felt my entire life. It just makes sense, you know?
No, it doesn't make sense. It actually sounds completely made up.
Mom!
You know, when I was your age, we had to fight tooth and nail for any respect, especially in athletics. Women were never taken seriously. You have sponsorships and scholarships and opportunities that girls never had.
I still have
Why would you want to throw that all away? You know, all I'm trying to say is cross country is a big part of the reason why you chose this school. And if you're not going to be doing that anymore, maybe you need to think about going somewhere else.
But I like it here. And running cross country and being non-binary aren't mutually exclusive. I mean, back me up. You're an English teacher. You're supposed to be cool with this kind of thing.
Of course I am. It's just a little different when it's your kid. You've always been my little girl, and now all of a sudden you're not.
Why does everybody keep saying that? This is who I've always been.
Is it? Really? What am I supposed to call you now when I'm bragging about you to my students? You're just my kid? Not my daughter?
Yes! What is so hard about that?
Okay, you know what? You're clearly getting upset. I think that we need to go.
That's it?
Morgan, what more do you want me to say?
That you support me!
We do support you. We will always support you.
Really? Because it kind of sounds like those are just empty words.
I'll be waiting in the car.
Why don't you try to go about business as usual with the team? And we can discuss this more over winter break.
Whatever.
It's only been a week. Maybe they've just been busy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we're glad to have you back, that's for sure.
Really? All of you?
Chloe, I'm sorry, but you have to put your shirt on. We've got some complaints from the boys' team saying they're distracted.
What? Who complained? Was it Carson?
You know I can't name names.
It's definitely Carson, that little shithead.
All right, Leggy. Team. Last weekend went very well, but we're in the big leagues now. Regionals is a whole different beast, and it's going to take everything we have to qualify for nationals. Now, we have Morgan back, so that'll certainly help. But everyone needs to be on top of their game tomorrow. As one of those Jonas Brothers said in that 2006 hit Disney movie, we're all in this together. But there is one rule change we need to discuss before tomorrow's race.
What is it?
The NCAA has stated that an individual is no longer allowed to compete in an alternate uniform.
That's ridiculous. It's like they're targeting you or something.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? So what happens if I wear the boys' uniform like usual?
You'll be disqualified.
I guess I'm getting disqualified then.
Morgan, you can't.
Why not?
You know the team can't make it without you. We need you, please.
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, and I gave up on getting my records changed, and I agreed to do an unnecessary drug test, and I agreed to get benched last race for no reason. Now they want to take something else away from me too? I'm so sick of changing myself for other people.
I understand where you're coming from, but we only have a few races. Can't you just deal with it in order for the team to make
Fuck the team! What has the team ever done for me, huh? Chloe's the only one who's even tried to understand.
You think you're the only one who's had to make sacrifices? Newsflash, we've all given things up to be here. I haven't seen my girlfriend in weeks because of our schedule, but you don't hear me complaining. Why do you have to make this such a big deal?
I'm not. I'm just trying to live my life and everybody else is making it a big deal.
Okay, you know what, Emma? If Morgan doesn't want to wear a skin-tight uniform, then they shouldn't have to. Maybe I won't wear one either, then we'll both get disqualified and the team really won't make it. Can you just come over and...
Okay.
Everyone go home. Get some rest tonight. Show ready to race tomorrow. We're supposed to have each other's back, so get it together and act like it. Morgan, can you hang back a second? I can still call you you, right?
Yes. Look, I'm not gonna budge on the uniform thing, okay? It's all I have left, and after last week, Yeah, I know I was a no-show last race. Look, if there's some sort of guilt trip, it's not gonna...
I pulled some strings last weekend. I know it isn't much, and that being non-binary isn't the same as being both a boy and a girl. I did my research. But consider this my olive branch.
Thank you.
Of course. What's wrong, kiddo?
I don't know, I feel like I had all this potential and I'm wasting it. It's like me being myself is letting everybody else down.
Why would you think that?
Because Emma hates me now, and I thought you were disappointed, and my parents.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think you and Chloe talk a little bit longer than you realize. It's a parent's job to support their child in being whoever they want to be. I also think it's a coach's job to support their athletes, not only in their athletic endeavors, but in their lives, to help them develop as people, too. I don't think I've been too good at my job recently, and for that, I'm sorry. I promise I'm going to be better.
Thanks, Coach.
And don't worry about Emma. You know, the two of you are more alike than you realize. And I'm not just saying that because I think all LGBTQ people are the same. You're both in college, you're both from the Midwest, you both like Adele.
Who doesn't like Adele?
Right. Anyway, my point is, you both care deeply about the things you believe in. She believes in this team, which means she believes in you, even if she doesn't show it. Look, whatever you decide you have to do in order to be yourself, we all have your back. Even if that means marketing yourself and getting intentionally disqualified tomorrow.
What about the team? What if we don't make nationals?
Well, then I guess we'll have some money left over for next year. Lord knows we need it since football gets all the funding anyways.
Thanks, Coach.
Go on, get out of here. One more thing. It takes a lot of guts to stand up for what you believe in, especially when it seems the whole world's telling you you're wrong. So I just want to say, proud of you.
Thanks, Coach. That means a lot.
Elevate those legs tonight and eat some carbs, but not after 10 p.m. where they don't have time to digest. And no boys in the dorm the night before a race. Or girls. I mean, no romantic partners of any nature. Not because I'm trying to control your body, but you need your rest. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, I mean, he was so understanding about everything. Like, for real this time. I'm actually really excited to race again tomorrow.
I'm so happy for you, dude. I just gotta make a stop real quick.
For what?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Why are you being so weird? Whatever it is, you can just tell me.
I have to be tested before the race tomorrow.
What? They're coming after you now, too? Emma was right.
Well, no, she wasn't. Seriously, it's no big deal. And it's definitely not your fault, okay? Please don't worry about this. I'll see you at home.
We're thinking of replacing the university mascot. What do you think? Right. I know you're probably very busy with regionals being tomorrow, so I'll cut right to the chase. Qualifying for nationals is a big deal for any team. It brings in more attention, sponsorships, and prospective athletes. That's why we like to be a bit more generous to our teams that are able to perform well without controversy. Fortunately, in order to do that, we sometimes have to make difficult budget cuts to the teams that aren't able to do this. Sometimes these cuts include getting rid of a faculty member who isn't able to bring out the best performance in their athletes and replacing them with someone who can. Does that make sense? Good. Good. I just want you to understand what's at stake tomorrow. Do you understand, Morgan?
Pick me, Morgan. Be true to yourself.
No, Morgan, pick me. I can get you to nationals.
You know what's better than nationals? Self-love.
Who needs self-love when you could have glory?
Glory? What are you, a conquistador discovering the new world?
Think about Chloe, Morgan. Think about Coach Walker. Do you really want to let them down?
What the hell, dude? Why'd you leave the house without me? Look, I appreciate the gesture. I really do. But we need to make nationals today, so just go put on the right uniform.
I am wearing the right uniform.
No, you're not. You're wearing the...
What are you doing wearing that? It's like you're trying to get the team disqualified or something. Well, go put the right one on. Oh, wait.
I'm so confused. You're okay with us getting disqualified now?
Oh, no, we're making nationals today for sure. But the rules state that a runner can't wear an alternate uniform. But if we're all wearing the same uniform, it can't be considered alternate. So, go change.
I don't know what to say.
You were right, okay? There's some things bigger than a race. This whole time I've been fighting against the changes you're trying to make instead of help making them work, so.
How'd you manage to get all these uniforms so last minute?
We traded with the boys' team.
Yeah, you're not the only one pissed off at Dr. Schultz. The guys were so annoyed that all the other teams were getting all the attention. Plus, there's no chance that they were gonna make nationals, so we wanted to support.
Really? All of them?
Yeah, well, except Carson.
You have the other uniform, right?
Yeah.
Great. Now, for the love of God, go get changed before we're late.
God, I love a good last-minute loophole in a moment of crisis.
We have a great race coming up next.
Man, doesn't this place look a lot like the park we practice at?
Yeah, I wouldn't look into that too much.
What are you doing here?
You didn't think that I'd miss regionals, did you?
Where's Dad?
Just give him a little bit more time, okay?
So, what changed your mind?
I want you to be proud of who you are. I want you to stand up for what you believe in. I realize none of that has changed. I also know what it's like to not be taken seriously as an athlete. You know, back in my day, it was because we were women, and you, being non-binary, well, that's your thing. I should have been more understanding, and I'm sorry.
You're right, but I'm glad you're here now. I love you, Mom.
I love you too. Nice. I have a phone call to make.
Stu.
The president of the NCAA.
Mom!
Hi, yes, this is Mrs. Davis. So, you think you're gonna mess with my kid now, do you? Well, I'm about to be all over your ass, you f***ing dick. You don't think I've gone toe-to-toe with someone like you before? Are you familiar with Title IX?
You good? Yeah. Lady Duke's on 3? Hell no. Duchesses then?
No, we're the Dukes.
Duke's on 3. 1, 2, 3, Dukes!
You know, I've never been on a plane before. I'm kind of nervous. But it doesn't matter because we're going to nationals, baby!
Hey, Carson. Heard you got disqualified. What's the matter? Wrong uniform?
Whatever. At least some of us in the sports still have some integrity.
Hey, Carson. I just want you to know, even before you got disqualified, I have always seen you as a loser.
Hey, at least you won't get distracted at practice anymore, you know, because you're not going to be there.
Hey, I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it was quite the show you put on today.
It was a team effort.
Certainly was. In fact, Dr. Schultz and I were just talking about the team.
Oh?
Yeah. I was saying how since my team has had so much success this season, we should probably get treated with a little bit more respect around here. Dr. Schultz is going to start by updating the athletic records of each of my athletes.
Really?
Yes, the school is willing to be more accommodating to all students in the future.
You got backlash, didn't you? Well, I, for one, am glad that you finally understand what's at stake here.
Oh, that's me. Hello? Yeah.
How do you guys feel about me starting a podcast?
Do you even know how to make a podcast?
No, but if Carson can, how hard can it be?
True. What would it be about?
I want to raise awareness for gender discrimination in athletics. You could be my first guest.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm honored.
Do you want to shoot on Friday?
I actually can't. I'm grabbing lunch with my parents.
What about Saturday?
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentle people.
I hated that for you.
At least he's trying.
Swing and a miss is better than no swing at all, I guess.
Okay, so everything worked out with the records and the uniforms, but that doesn't mean everything's magically fixed now, right?
I mean, there's definitely still going to be a lot of pissed off people and a lot of bullshit I'll have to deal with moving forward.
Okay. What are you going to do about that?
I have no idea.
Hey, maybe this was a story about the underdog beating the odds and the whole team coming together after all. Who knew?
What?
Don't worry about it. They get it.
All right, name?
Morgan Davis?
Street?
The-
That you grew up on.
Not the street I live on now.
Street that you grew up on.
I don't.
Do you know your license plate?
My license plate?
Yeah.
Like the exact.
For your mom.
My,
Or your dad works.
what?
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
Why?
Can you answer the questions, please? I have them.
No, I never been to Disneyland.
You should go. It's fun.
Yeah, so I hear.
Oh, here you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
All right, you're all set.
Okay.